Pete, this is Strider, your friendly neighborhood guardian angel, regional director of Baltimore. Just wanted to touch base and chime in on what everybody's talking about, which is the homicide rate. Everybody knows that in 2021, last year, Baltimore City finished with 337 homicides at the end of the year. 337 homicides. From February of last year to December of last year, if you average out, Baltimore had 28 homicides per month. 28 homicides per month. You heard me right. So what do we do now? Okay, New Year's Eve came. We started all over. Reset the clock. Okay, started at zero. Not that the other people aren't still gone and the crimes are still, they're gone. Okay, but we restarted the clock. Okay, so we just finished our first month of the new year, 2022. So in the new month of 2022 has been the most deadly month in Baltimore's history for at least 50 years. We finished January with 36 homicides. 36 homicides. So you put that with the 337 homicides. In the last 13 months, Baltimore City has had 373 homicides, which includes a police officer being shot in her car, a woman killed in a church, a business owner, Uber driver killed on the streets, and the husband of a Baltimore City police lieutenant killed on the street, waiting for a delivery, just like that, okay? And you add that up with all the senior citizens and the children, and not to mention the 3 Safe Street workers that were killed, all in 13 months, 317. So this is our new year. So technically, we're supposed to be starting over and things are supposed to get better, and I know it sounds like I'm complaining just like everybody else, but I am. And I know with the current state of politics in Baltimore City, along with these killings, I mean, everybody's looking for somebody to blame, especially our elected officials. Because you think about it, who do we go to? We go to them, right? You blame them, you blame the community, you blame the media, you blame drugs, but, it's ridiculous because crime's getting out of hand. Nobody goes to jail anymore. Nobody goes to jail anymore. You lock them up, they get right back out. We witnessed that when we had our headquarters broken into. A guy broke into our headquarters twice in a week. In and out. Now he's got a plea deal and he'll be out in no time. I'm sure we'll be buying new shit again. But crime has gotten so out of hand in Baltimore, okay, to the point where nobody fears going to jail anymore. It's not a big deal. It's like we're able to just do whatever the hell we want. Okay, there was an arsonist. You can't make this up. There was an arsonist, okay? He had 18 felony charges against him. 18, which included 3 attempted murder charges as well, okay? He was given a 10-year suspended sentence, okay? 18 felonies, 3 attempted murder, arson, okay? And he was out in 6 months. Crime is so bad that this guy got out of jail, went to the media, and he said, hey, these plea deals don't work. This gives criminals a bad name. It makes them feel like we can do whatever it is we want. And I guess he just kind of proved that's fair to say, so you can't make this shit up. And something's got to be done. And don't ask me. I wish I knew what to do. We'd have done it already. Have no clue. But Baltimore cannot wait for a crime plan. Baltimore needs action now. Because if something is not done immediately, there are going to be another 337 homicides by the end of the year. And we'll be talking the same old song and dance. We'll be dancing to the same music. Baltimore needs action now. Right away. And it's going to take everybody. It's going to take the leadership. It's going to take resources. It's going to take the community. And yeah, I don't care what you got to do. You're bringing extra law enforcement. You're calling the state police. You're calling the National Guard. You do whatever you got to do because people are dying by the hundreds. So drastic times call for drastic measures. And you're going to have to do whatever you got to do. I don't care if you're bringing a curfew or tell everybody stay the hell in the house. You got to do what you got to do. But you need to do something to put a presence on the street. And you got to stop the bleeding. You got to stop the bleeding because it's going to take all of them. We need to find punishments that fit the crime. We can't keep bringing them in. You know, we got to stop with the notion that some laws should not be prosecuted because they're too small, or because they're too petty, or because public opinion says no. You know, we need punishments that fit the crime. You know, we don't need plea deals to go out here and say, hey, you know, we're going to make a plea deal and all of a sudden, you know, we're going to have a great conviction rate because we're going to plea it down to this. It's still a conviction, but you can't plea it down to that, you know, because these guys aren't just jaywalking. They're killing people. Okay, we got to do something. We need the judges and the prosecutors. Your prosecutors prosecute, okay? The judges, you give the sentences out, you got to do it. You got to stop granting postponements and dismissing or downplaying the sentences to repeat offenders. You know, especially the ones with a violent history. You got to stop doing it. If they keep coming back to court because of the crimes that they've committed, obviously they want to go back to jail. Call me crazy, but send them, okay? They need to go. No more plea deals. No more slaps on the wrists, okay? No more blaming lead paint or mood swings or video games or rap music. And please don't tell me that there's too many people in prison that look like us, okay? If you look like us and you're running around killing people, then you're a menace to society and you need to get off the damn street. That's what has to happen. We should keep track of the judges, okay? If you guys got the last say of what goes on out there and what these criminals do, okay, then we need to keep a scorecard for you, because that way when a repeat offender goes out here, you know, one of the repeat offenders who shouldn't be out in the first place, and he goes out and kills somebody else, then we need to be able to go to that judge and say, hey, Your Honor, this one's on you, okay? They should have been in jail. That's on you. You know, we gotta come up with these kind of solutions, and somebody's got to be held accountable for it, since, you know, it's not the criminals, you know. So the fact of the matter is that something's got to be done. And it's going to take everybody to do it. It's going to take everybody. Now, remember what Al Mayer said, and I quote, if folks have something to say, get your ass on the streets, walk with us, do something, don't tweet, don't talk, don't go to Fox News, but everybody has something, and this can impact everyone. He's right, though, you know, he was frustrated as hell when he said this. You know, nobody wants to be asking those questions. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? We have no clue. And I'm sure he's pretty frustrated, but he's right. It's going to take all of us. And when it comes to the crime and violence on the street, and we know who some of these people are, we gotta step up. We gotta say something. See something, say something. Hey, my kid's carrying a gun on the street, or the neighbor's doing this, or somebody doing this, or I heard that. We've got to say something. We as a community have a responsibility for our own personal safety. And if we know somebody who is a danger to others, okay, we can no longer look the other way. We can't assume that bad things only happen to other people. We need to step up so that we can walk out streets without getting shot on them, okay? We want to be able to go outside without catching a bullet. We want to be outside without being robbed or carjacked or hurt or home invasion, you know? And when those things happen to us, we want these people off the street. So like what the mayor said, he's absolutely right. You know, we have to be able to, we want our kids to play outside until the street lights come on. You know, our loved ones should be able to go to work or go to school and come back home safely. You know, not with the anxiety, oh man, when I get off the bus or when I get out the car, you know, who knows what's going to happen to me. We shouldn't be afraid to go outside. But that's the way we are because we're letting the criminal element control us. We got to do something now. So I get text messages and phone calls all the time. And what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? And like, again, in reference to what the mayor said, get your ass off the street. Well, you know, with all due respect, me and my small team of guardian angels spent more than 16 years volunteering our time, money, and energy, sacrificing time away from work and family in communities basically across Maryland. And when you say get your ass out on the street, like so many other community leaders in Baltimore City who go under the radar without political support or administrative manpower and media support, when you say get your ass on the street, we've done that and more. Man, we're willing to keep doing it. But the fact of the matter is, if we are going to save our city, it's going to take everybody to do it. It's going to take us all. In the coming months, the Baltimore Guardian Angels will be joining and hosting meetings where we will be inviting community leaders and business people and maybe public officials in a community-led action meeting to discuss what we can do and how we can work together to come up with ideas and solutions to help calm the violence. It's going to take a village, and we hope you'll join us. But if we truly want to stop the violence in Baltimore City, then we have to participate to do what we can as a community to stop the violence in Baltimore City. So we hope you'll join us, and we'll let you know when. But let's save our city. Until then, stay safe.